สุดท้ายในตอนนี้ที่การได้ยังใหญ่อมไปการฉลองเปเวลีด้านในตอนนี้จืดทาการฉลองเปเวลีวิมินปัดดาเตจืดก็มันเชื่อนั่งซาจะเลยยังเต้นั่งไงเป็นแต่มันไม่เน้นทาการฉลองเปเวลีมีแต่มวยนั่งเต้คือมีจานคลังมันเต้นเป็นแต่มันเลือกอยู่แต่มวยนั่งสั้นมาเทวิตจีวิตโอประเทศบางอย่างนี้พงน้ายันใหญ่อมปีนารีมันเนี่ยแต่เนียงบางปีอนาคตก้าคือในชั้นใบปั้มรำใบร้อยดับปีชั้นมวยนั่งโจทย์วิดีโอในตอนนี้ก็ไปช่วย subscribe นั่งไลค์มันเนี่ยมวยพ่องมนุษย์สับต่อตินเนี่ยแต่คนนี้เธอดังทาตาการฉลองเปเวลีก็เจียวไว้สั้นนี่จะอย่างนี้ย้อนก็ทางแจ้การฉลองเปเวลีก็จะการทดลองหน้าตึกไหลมูติดตามบรรยากาศเปเวลีอุทธรณ์เจียยิ่งทดลองหน้าตึกกันอัตก้าหรือก็อนาคตก้าก็เป็นใต้การฉลองเปเวลีมันตอนมีนาเกได้อ่างทาการฉลองเปเวลีเวียปัดประกอบมาร้อยเต้โปรธาแล้วยื่นกับโปรเตนเนอร์ชนามปีปอนไพใบเต้โปรธาวิจิตรศาสตร์บอลเจนน้ำมินกลุ่มรัฐจังจำเน็ตดังมาดูจิตเจียงก่อติดตามดังได้บัสเซนเจสำหรับขยมเว้นการฉลองเปเวลีคือปัจจิเมนแมนสำหรับขยมรู้คำชื่ออย่างบัดมอมทาวิปัจจิอาการลางบันแมนตามมูลค่าดาวไว้บันจียมชื่อทาการฉลองเปเวลีปัจจิอาการแมนเอาเลยยมเลือกอุทธรอย่างสามัญมุยอุทธรในตอนนี้มีประเภทมันเนี่ยได้อายุสบายหนังในตอนนี้ได้อุทธรทาอายุดับแผมจ่อตอนนี้ตอนนี้ก็อายุดับแผมโดยขี้ได้เรื่องการปัดมุ้ยได้ไปบันกันล่างบัสเซนจีนในตอนนี้จะจึงปีพันได้ในเปย์ได้ในตอนนี้มีในยุทธพรำชั้นตอนนี้ตอนนี้บันจำนายเปเวลีจิมูนึงลมพอพรำชั้นสระมอโบโจกเนี่ยมอในตอนนี้มีในยมไพชั้นตลอดเป็นก็เป็นใต้บัสเซนจีในตอนนี้ตลอดมาภายในวิ่งในตอนนี้มีในเต็มไพชั้นตีก็เป็นใต้มันแพร่บอลในตอนนี้มีอายุ60 ชั้นจังวิมิในท่านในตอนนี้บันฉลองเปเวลีแต่กันอนาคตก้าตาการทวดำนาตามเปเวลีวิอาตรุดดาริเตนี่บาจงตามนาซาการทวดำนาตามเปเวลีคือวิอาตรุดคือเหมือนแม่ระเบียดได้โดนเนี่ยตะเคียนรมปังตกลงเตติสได้ตำแหน่งตน้องอาบัตอังสตันกับบานยีธาเปเวลีหนังจอนะคือแตะต้องในตะวันตะมอกเขาคือไม่เอาไว้ได้อาเลื่อนเจริญบนผลลื่ได้เมียนมวยซันใบเมินประมวยปอนไม้ขนมมวยวินิตินุเตการทวดำนาตามเปเวลีวิอากำลังตามจะเอาไว้ได้เกี่ยวทาการปองริกเปเวลีตาการปองริกเปเวลีก็ชื่อไว้เฮ้ยแกอาจเมื่อวิดาระเบียบหน้าแล้วยมเลือกอุตหอมวยอุทอทามมินเขมงประมาณนี้ได้ในเรือพันได้เฮ้ยกดนี่แหละการกดดามาวธรรมดาเต้ก็บันท้ายนี่แหละการด่าในเรือจนหอด่าทุกดำนาในขนมลมหอนั่นคือมินมองคอกนี่จิมูยนั่งนี่แหละการด่าในเรือพันได้นั่งคือแต่ในวิคอกนี่มองคอกนี่วินตีกับคอกนี่ได้นั่งเขาด่าเกย์เฮยทากับปองริเปเวลีเฮยกาปองริเปเวลีนี่ปองได้ด่าเกย์พิจารณาทาtime dilation แล้วเนี่ยแต่ก่อนนี้พายจุลบันคลาคล้ายอัมปีเปเวลีบอสซันจีเนี่ยแต่ก่อนนี้จุลให้ยืนโจบเทียนบัตรยืนแต่ก่อนนี้จีดำเล่าในริมเนี่ยนั่งกับบานอ่างคุณอังทาคดบ้านทั่วดนาตั้งปีเปเลียในชนะใบปอนใบรอยดับปีชนะมองแล่คอยกดบ้านอ่างที่ทาพบองกี้ตรบานชลินเปลี่ยนดาวปฏิชันเอาสิตรีเหมือนนุพงได้ก็มีชูทาเมรี่เฮานับเป็นนุเกี่ยวกับบานสุกตาแต่ก็มีอำนาจนางไว้เด็ดทากดบ้านทั่วดนามาปีอนาคตการแมนอาริออดเฮ้ยนึกไปนึกกอดกับบ้านฮอตลูกทอดมุสลิมแต่เอาเกมเมอร์เฮ้ยลูกทอดนู้คือนั่นเลยผมกี้แต่ยังมือตื้อวิมินปิกรองมินไอโดยพวกภายในยังจังแต่ก่อนท่าเนื้อตีนูวียังมือตื้อดูอย่างแต่เนื้อเชียงจังนะเฮ้ยในริมเนี่ยนั่งกับบ้านอามาตามจะทันแจ้ผมกี้มือตื้อวีลอยปัดแมนกับปันใต้วีมโดยการกับบายังเต้คือวีโปเป็นตอนหนุ่ยยุ่นรีไอพบพันในระบายยังเว้นคือตรึกรุกรองดอยประเทศชันเรื่องราวมันมีปงได้ตรึบันเกสองไซจิตรันทาวีมันอาจจะรู้เตหรือก็ใหญ่ทาเนียงก็họ ảnhจังเตอร์ให้ลูกทอดได้ในกระบวนการนั้นก็จีลูกทอดผมเกปัดแมนก็บรรทัดก็จีลูกทอดบอลนาซาเต้ได้วีก็จีกลุ่มรองในการไงนาโคตรไอจังนะตัวใบจีเป็นการสองไซคลังอย่างนาก็ได้ก่อนเรื่องราวเมรีนี่บานิกดีดาหนังตระบันเกยใจกำลังดำในรูปลินเนี่ยในหมดขนมนางกลมเนี่ยคลาจิตาเมรีนี่กาเปิดเนี่ยคลาติจิตานี่กรณีบอกปลาบัญชาแต่ปนนอ vậy chắc mình ta pe về lý thế để ai bình che lập dân mình thà ta Mary bật chỉ mập bị anaconda men tê niếng ban này mình tự thà niếng ban cảในឆ្នាំ3,300 ปีឆ្នាំក៏ប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលដែលនាងត្រឡប់មកផែនដីវិញនាងមានអាយុ37ឆ្នាំទៅវិញហើយមានមនុស្សជាច្រើនសួរថាជុំមិនវាអញ្ចឹងមិនវាកាលានរបៀបណាអញ្ចឹងណាវាពិតជាមិនគួរឲ្យជឿអញ្ចឹងទៅនាងក៏បន្តនិយាយទៅថាពេលនេះនាងមកផែនដីវិញហើយដើម្បីប្រមានមនុស្សអំពីនៅថ្ងៃអនាគតវាអាចនឹងកាត់ឡើងមែនតែនក៏ថាបានដែរបើសិនជាយើងមិនចេះការពារខ្លួនទេអ្វីដែលគួរកត់សម្គាល់យ៉ាងធ្ងន់ធ្ងរនោះគឺថាអញ្ចេះនាងបាននិយាយថាចិនបានលុកលុយទៅភពអង្គារហើយនឹងក្រុងឈ្លានពានលើភពផែនដីនៅថ្ងៃអនាគតទៀតផងហើយនាងក៏បាននិយាយបន្តទៀតថានាងត្រូវបានគេបញ្ជូនទៅកាន់ភពអង្គារដើម្បីស៊ើបអង្កេតសញ្ញាសម្លែកមួយដែលត្រូវបានរកឃើញដោយអ្នកវិទ្យាសាស្ត្រចិននៅពេលនោះនាងបានចុះចតទៅលើភពអង្គារហើយនាងបានជួបជាមួយនឹងមនុស្សយន្តមួយក្រុមហើយនៅពេលនោះនាងក៏បានទៅនិយាយជាមួយនឹងមនុស្សយន្តនោះហើយមនុស្សយន្តនោះក៏បានប្រាប់នាងថាពួកគេកំពុងតែស្ថិតនៅក្រោមការគ្រប់គ្រងរបស់មនុស្សហើយនាងក៏បាននិយាយបន្តទៅថាអញ្ចេះពួកមនុស្សយន្តទាំងនោះហើយដែលត្រូវបានគេបញ្ជូនពួកវាឲ្យទៅធ្វើអាណានិគមទៅលើភពផែនដីរបស់យើងហ្នឹងការនិយាយរបស់នេះហ្នឹងមិនត្រូវបានស្ថាប័នណាមួយដែលបញ្ជាក់ថាវាជាការពិតឡើយឬក៏ការខ្លាំងខ្លាយឡើយឬក៏យើងអាចនិយាយម្យ៉ាងទៀតថាមានតែពេលវេលាទេដែលអាចបង្ហាញការពិតបានឥឡូវខ្ញុំនិយាយអំពីមតិផ្ទាល់ខ្លួនរបស់ខ្ញុំវិញតើខ្ញុំគិតយ៉ាងណាដែរចំពោះរឿងមួយនេះសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំមិនហ៊ានអានទេថាគាត់និយាយការពិត 100% ក៏ប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំក៏មានការចាប់អារម្មណ៍ទៅលើប្រធានបទមួយនឹងដែរបើសិនជាយើងមើលតាមការចាត់ស្ដែងទៅបើសិនជាសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំគិតថាគាត់ក៏និយាយត្រូវដែរក៏ប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាយើងនិយាយការខុសវិញគឺខុសច្រើនជាងត្រូវមូលហេតុអ្វីបានជាខ្ញុំនិយាយអញ្ចឹងមនុស្សយើងពី100ឆ្នាំទៅ100ឆ្នាំមានការផ្លាស់ប្ដូរខ្លាំងមែនទែនយើងមិនបាច់និយាយច្រើនទេតាំងពីផ្នត់កំណត់ឬក៏ការស្លៀកពាក់ឬក៏ការនិយាយស្ដីអីហ្នឹងឥឡូវខ្ញុំលើកឧទាហរណ៍ដ៏សាមញ្ញមួយមនុស្សយើងនៅពេលដែលនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ1800ទៅ1900ជាងអីហ្នឹងការស្លៀកពាក់ខោអីហ្នឹងគឺបែបលក្ខណៈបែបថាសភាពរូបសាររំទុំអីចឹងណាបើសិនជាស្ត្រីវិញគេឲ្យស្លៀកពាក់ឲ្យបែបចិត្តខ្លួនអីចឹងទៅក៏ប៉ុន្តែមិនទាន់បាន1000ឆ្នាំផងមនុស្សយើងបានផ្លាស់ប្ដូរបាត់ទៅហើយដូចជាការស្លៀកពាក់មនុស្សសម័យឥឡូវគេចូលចិត្តស្លៀកពាក់បែបតាមចិត្តរបស់គាត់ដូចជាគាត់និយាយរួមទៅគាត់ចូលចិត្តស្លៀកខ្លីគាត់ស្លៀកខ្លីគាត់ចង់ស្លៀកពណ៌ក្រហមគាត់ចូលចិត្តពណ៌ក្រហមគាត់ស្លៀកពណ៌ក្រហមអីចឹងណាតែបើមនុស្សសម័យមុនគឺអត់អញ្ចឹងទេបើសម្រាប់ស្ត្រីវិញសម័យមុនគឺថាគេឲ្យតម្លៃគាត់ព្រោះថាគាត់នឹងបានស្លៀកពាក់ចិត្តខ្លួនឬក៏មិនចេញអីអញ្ចឹងទៅឥឡូវខ្ញុំលើកឧទាហរណ៍មួយឲ្យងាយយល់ស្ត្រីបារាំងនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ1900ជាងហ្នឹងត្រូវបានគេឲ្យតម្លៃនាងទៅលើការស្លៀកពាក់អីចឹងទៅបើសិនជាមានស្ត្រីណាមួយដែលស្លៀកពាក់លេខក្រោមអញ្ចឹងទៅគឺគេថាឲ្យឬក៏មិនសមរម្យឬអីចឹងទៅក៏ប៉ុន្តែនៅក្នុងសម័យនេះគឺវាមិនដូចសម័យមុនទេព្រោះថាគេបានរៀនជ្រៅជ្រះជាងមុនគេយល់ដឹងជាងមុនអញ្ចឹងទៅស្ត្រីឥឡូវគេលែងផ្ដោតតម្លៃឲ្យនាងទៅលើការស្លៀកពាក់ទៅហើយគឺផ្ដោតទៅលើកំណត់របស់នាងដែលថាតើគាត់ជួយសង្គមបានអ្វីខ្លះហើយផ្ដោតកំណត់របៀបហ្នឹងគឺខ្មែរយើងឥឡូវក៏កំពុងតែមានដែរគឺរីករាលដាលខ្លាំងមែនទែនដែលឲ្យតម្លៃមនុស្សស្រីទៅលើការស្លៀកពាក់ហ្នឹងនិយាយឲ្យងាយទៅផ្ដោតកំណត់ហ្នឹងគឺមានជួនណាមកហើយប្រជាជនខ្មែររបស់យើងក៏ទទួលរងឥទ្ធិពលផ្នត់កំណត់នឹងផងដែរគឺនៅសម័យអាណានិគមបារាំងវាគឺជារឿងធម្មតាទេដែលថាយើងរងឥទ្ធិពលពីពួកគេដោយសារតែនៅពេលហ្នឹងគឺនៅសម័យអាណានិគមបារាំងយើងប្រហែលជាដឹងហើយមិនត្រឹមតែទទួលរងឥទ្ធិពលពីផ្នត់កំណត់ទេគឺទាំងវប្បធម៌ទាំងភាសាទាំងការស្លៀកពាក់ហើយវានៅមានច្រើនទៀតនិយាយសរុបមកគឺថាខ្មែរយើងបានទទួលរងឥទ្ធិពលពីផ្នត់កំណត់ថាស្ត្រីមានតម្លៃទៅលើការស្លៀកពាក់ហ្នឹងគឺរបស់បារាំងគឺមិនមែនរបស់ខ្មែរយើងទេគឺខ្មែរយើងទេដែលទទួលរងឥទ្ធិពលរបស់បារាំងបើសិនជាយើងមិនជឿយើងអាចទៅមើលតាមការស្លៀកពាក់របស់សម័យកាលខ្មែរនីមួយៗបានគឺតាំងពីសម័យចិនឡាមកម្លេះគឺស្ត្រីស្លៀកពាក់មើលទៅគឺ sexy ហើយសម័យអង្គរក៏ sexy ហើយគឺនៅសម័យចាត់ទៅមកក៏ sexy នៅសម័យផ្សេងទៀតក៏ sexy ដែរហើយនៅពេលដែលបារាំងចូលអាណានិគមលើខ្មែរមកហើយខ្មែរក៏ចាប់ផ្ដើមចេះខ្មាស់អៀនចេះអឺលក្ខណៈបែបថាស្ត្រីត្រូវតែស្លៀកចេះស្លៀកចោឲ្យសមអីចឹងទៅហ្នឹងហើយមានបងប្អូនខ្មែរមួយចំនួនយល់ថានេះគឺជាផ្នត់កំណត់របស់ខ្មែរតែគឺមិនមែនទេដោយខ្ញុំបាននិយាយត្រែងអញ្ចឹងផ្នត់កំណត់នេះគឺជាផ្នត់កំណត់របស់បារាំងទេដែលនៅក្នុងសម័យ1800ជាង1400ជាងអីហ្នឹងខ្ញុំនិយាយប៉ុណ្ណឹងហើយសង្ឃឹមថានៅតែគ្នានឹងយល់ជាចុងក្រោយខ្ញុំអាចសន្មតបានថានារីដែលមកពីអនាគតកាលហ្នឹងគឺមិនពិតទេដោយសារអីគឺខ្ញុំបានប្រាប់ខាងដើមអញ្ចឹងអ្នកគ្នាប្រហែលជាដឹងហើយព្រោះថាគាត់មើលទៅខ្ញុំគិតថាមិនសមជាមនុស្សដែលមកពីអនាគតកាលទេព្រោះថាដូចខ្ញុំបាននិយាយខាងដើមអញ្ចឹងពីមួយឆ្នាំទៅមួយឆ្នាំពីមួយឆ្នាំទៅមួយឆ្នាំយើងគឺកែប្រែរហូតតើអ្នកទាំងគ្នាយល់យ៉ាងណាដែរចំពោះរឿងមួយនេះតើវាគ្រាន់ជារឿងដែលបោកបញ្ឆោតទេឬក៏វាអាចคล้ายជារឿងមែនទែនបើសិនជាអ្នកទាំងគ្នាជឿថានារីម្នាក់ហ្នឹងមកពីអនាគតកាលមែនកុំភ្លេច comment ប្រាប់ខាងក្រោមផងហើយប្រាប់ផលផងថាមកពីមូលហេតុអ្វីអញ្ចឹងណាមុននឹងបញ្ចប់វីដេអូនេះខ្ញុំនឹងឲ្យអ្នកទាំងគ្នាទៅមើលវីដេអូ original តែម្ដងឲ្យអ្នកគ្នាយល់បន្ថែមអញ្ចឹងណាហើយអ្នកគ្នាមើលហើយអ្នកគ្នាគិតវិភាគខ្លួនឯងទៅថាវាអាចកាត់ឡើងមែនឬក៏អត់ចឹងអ្នកទាំងគ្នាវីដេអូហ្នឹងមានតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងទេគឺចប់ត្រឹមហ្នឹងហើយ
All my youth passed with the tourists and I always communicated with them. My family had 2 cottages and tourists always visit there. We welcomed them and I served them as a guide. I took them to our villages, places near the sea, and this became the reason of learning English from the very childhood. Now I will pass to the story about a tourist which changed my life. Once, a 60-year-old man came to our cottage. His name was Sir Benjamin Franklin, who came to Georgia for a conference. Of course, I was only 20 and I had already a job, but I was interested in physics too much. I liked to do experiments in the field of physics. I found out that Sir Benjamin was a professor of physics. He was also good at chemistry and mathematics. We were always working and discussing the physics. He was interested in my thinking. Friendly speaking, I was always sure that there are many equipments and technologies which are unknown for people. The traditional physics was not interesting for me, as I wanted to discover the sphere, which was not yet discovered. Of course, I understand that there are many undiscovered things, but the most interesting is the time machine. I believe that it exists. Many people use them in their own purposes, both formal or informal ways. After many discussions, I told Sir Benjamin all my opinions about them. He smiled and told that I was in the right way. He told me that in his 20s he had both studied and made experiments in the field of non-traditional physics. Some of them were really foolish. Such experiments also were done in the sphere of chemistry and biology. He told me that he had a big laboratory where he did his experiments. And now I will tell you the breaking news. A thing about which I was dreaming was in one of the cabinets of that laboratory. I speak about the time machine. When Sir Benjamin told me this, I was in shock. I couldn't know what to say. When I asked him why did he tell me all that, he answered that he wanted me to become his assistant. He liked my interests. So after 10 days, I went to London with him, and the most interesting part of my life began there. The first day I left in Sir Benjamin's house. It was like a castle. I asked where was the laboratory, and he decided to show it. We went to the cellar. It was a very light room. He had some parts and rooms. He opened one of the doors of that rooms. It was an equipment there. Sir Benjamin wanted to make a motor, which needed neither petrol or electric energy. In one of that rooms, scientists were doing experiments on dead animals. They wanted to revive them by the help of electric energy. So I understood that all the solutions he found in the electric energy. We went to the biggest room. I was shocked. There were such interesting and strange machines there. An iron chair, bottles full of strange liquid. Near it I saw a remote control. Strange buttons were on it, which had their own functions. In the corner I noticed an electric generator. I asked Benjamin what was it and what was happening. Sir Benjamin said that it was a time machine and the room was made comfortably in order to make a trip in the time. The chair was the place where a man should sit and make the trip. The electricity passed through the chair by the help of electric generators. The electricity was the main part of that trip. The remote control kept the appropriate quantity of the electricity. It is the main part of that process. Now I will answer to the most difficult question. I think it is interesting for everyone. How did the time machine understand what time to choose to travel? Of course, it is very interesting, and the answer is very simple. Everything in this life has its formula and its own calculation system. The time has its formula as everything in our life. So each year, each day has its formula, and I don't know the way of calculation, but Benjamin did. He told me that he had made many trips